But here we are. This is Angel Reese, the content creator side, I guess. Right? Once again, it's pretty clear basketball is her top priority. I cannot imagine how anybody could view this athlete in any other way. It's clear basketball is front and foremost in her mind at all times.
Reese just got a reality check. Again, her team, once thought to be unbeatable, got absolutely demolished. And what was her response? She hit the gym, but did she study the game film to correct her mistakes? Did she finally put in the work to fix those easy layups she keeps bricking? Not a chance.
With the boards, long pass, perfect to Reese. She was unable to get.
Instead, she made yet another goofy TikTok video. Let's be real. At this point, Angel Reese seems more interested in being an internet personality than an actual basketball player.
Day mood. So I'm taking it. I would assume this would have been posted. It's 11:50 a.m. So I'm assuming this would have been posted prior to getting the absolute shit beat out of the other day by the Mist. And I'm talking about the Rose BC. Surely they wouldn't have. Look, the moment you lost, you might have took this down because she had a god-awful game. But okay. This does nothing but fuel the she could care less about basketball critics. Yeah, who that might be, I don't know. But I'm just throwing this.
And honestly, who can blame her? When you hear the name Angel Reese, what comes to mind? Elite skills? Leadership? Sharpshooting ability? Yeah, not exactly. It's the TikToks, the attitude, the unnecessary drama, and of course, the constant flexing, with zero rings to back it up. At this point, it's clear. Angel Reese is more focused on her image than actually improving her game.
She's not getting any easy looks. Reese, short cross. Allen just blew by Burke, but couldn't get the floater to go. Angel.
And it shows. While real competitors bounce back from losses, Angel Reese bounces into a new dance challenge. It's as if she's saying, asterisk, who cares if we lost? Look at me twirling my hair and shaking my hips. Asterisk, that's not the mindset of an athlete hungry for greatness. It's a mindset of a social media influencer chasing clout.
Turn this down. I'm not fitting to get a copyright. It's clear. I think it's clear to all of us that basketball is obviously at the forefront of everything that she does. I'm going to let it play again. There we go. Yeah, break it down. All right. To the left. To the left. Yeah. So again, this is all helping with things like shooting better from the field and missing layups. Fans did react to this, by the way.
Her fans love calling her the rebound queen. But let's be real. Isn't that just a fancy way of saying she misses more layups than anyone else? Think about it. She pads her rebound stats because she bricks so many of her own shots that she has no choice but to grab them. Her shot selection? Terrible. Her finishing ability? Inconsistent. Her shooting touch? Non-existent. This isn't dominance. It's just bad basketball.
This is a physical game.
She plays like she's on a solo mission, more focused on padding her stats than actually helping her team win. And the second things don't go her way, it's time for another TikTok dance. Let's be clear, Angel Reese is famous. She's got the sponsorships, the social media following, and the viral moments. But when it comes to actual basketball, she's a liability.
Angel Reese, squeeze, another steal here. This is Morris. Reese running the floor.
She doesn't space the floor, she can't shoot, and she's inefficient around the rim. Yet she still talks like she's the best thing to ever happen to women's basketball. The truth is, Angel Reese is more focused on keeping her brand alive than proving herself as an elite player. Because right now, what's keeping her relevant isn't her game. It's her mouth, her image, and her TikToks.
Tournament. It hasn't done that in 9 years. That is certainly, according to Kim Mulkey, hey, that's our objective. Can we win one more game than we did a year ago in this tournament? Look at the slithery move from
Angel Reese entered Unrivaled with all the hype. She thought she'd dominate. She thought this would be her league. But instead, she's getting humbled. Her team isn't unrivaled at all. They're getting cooked. And rather than going back to the lab to fix her game, she's busy shaking her hips for the internet. Tease the same old story. More talk, more antics, more distractions, less winning. Meanwhile, when the cameras are off, the real hoopers, the ones actually putting the work, are leaving her behind at this point. Let's just be honest. Angel Reese isn't serious about basketball. She'd rather be a TikTok sensation than a WNBA champion. She'd rather be famous for her image than for her game. And the result? Well, it speaks for itself.
She has no rhythm, just like she can't make a layup. Practice layups. Holy OnlyFans incoming. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. She does everything except play basketball, just this big sideshow. Literally an alien. Oh my God. Look at these guys. I'm dead. Oh, that's funny. Whoever thinks this batch is good looking is on drugs. She's one of the ugliest mutts to live on the planet. Man, we get nasty. Yikes.
Her team keeps losing. Her weaknesses keep getting exposed. And the only thing keeping her in the spotlight is more drama, more dances, and more distractions. At some point, Angel Reese will have to ask herself, does she actually want to be great? Or does she just want attention?
This went over to me right now. I'm going to call a foul on you, Lyle. Angel Reese can come from anywhere to get a rebound.
At this point, it's painfully clear Angel Reese is more focused on building her social media brand than actually improving her game. She's supposed to be one of the rising stars in women's basketball, yet every time she makes headlines, it has nothing to do with her performance on the court. Instead, it's about her latest TikTok dance, her flashy outfits, or whatever controversy she stirred up next. And the worst part, her team is suffering because of it. After a crushing loss in the Unrivaled League, a moment where her team needed her to step up and show leadership, what did Angel Reese do? She turned around and made a silly TikTok video. Just think about that. Her team got embarrassed. And instead of reflecting on what went wrong or working on her game, she's out here dancing for likes and shares.
Wide open lane for Kateri. Poole, she missing. 1.2 on the shot clock for LSU.
That's not the mentality of a true competitor. That's not the mindset of someone who genuinely cares about winning. That's someone chasing clout over championships. Imagine being her teammate. You're grinding, putting in the work, try to win, try to improve. And then there's Angel Reese, one of the supposed stars of the team, treating a brutal loss like a joke. That's demoralizing. That's the kind of attitude that kills team chemistry. There's nothing wrong with having fun off the court, but at what point does it become a distraction? It's no secret. Angel Reese is more invested in social media engagement than her actual game. Instead of putting up extra shots after practice, she's posting videos in tight outfits, dancing, and stirring up controversy. Instead of being known as a skilled, dominant player, she's built her reputation on being loud, flashy, and more obsessed with fame than basketball.
On Jalen Hurts.
I'm going for Jalen Hurts.
Okay, so you gonna start him?
I'm starting him.
Who you gonna bench? You gonna bench Jameis Winston?
I might gotta bench Jameis Winston, and then I'm gonna have to. But I'm gonna cut and resign. You know they be waving and resigning. Chicago Sky, they know I'm a GM.
And let's not forget, she calls herself the rebound queen, but isn't that just a fancy way of saying she misses way too many easy shots? A great player dominates on both ends of the floor, finishes layups, plays defense, and leads their team to victories. And so what does Angel Reese actually bring to the table besides rebounding? Is she a great shooter? No. Is she a dominant scorer? No. Is she an elite playmaker? No. So what exactly does she do that helps her team win? And if you thought the dancing after the loss was bad, let's talk about her appearance at the Super Bowl.
I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. death threats. I've been sexualized.
She wasn't there as a respected athlete. She wasn't there to represent the game of women's basketball. No, she was there to make sure all eyes were on her body, not her talent. She wore an outfit designed to guarantee she'd trend online. And surprise, surprise, she did.
Out there that they always want to lump this one in with, will remain nameless, plays in Indiana. You just don't see this kind of crap.
Again, imagine being her teammate. You're out there grinding, putting in the work, doing everything you can to improve. And meanwhile, your so-called star player is more focused on being a social media influencer than a legitimate basketball threat. AT, what point do people stop defending this? At what point do we call it what it really is? A complete distraction. Then there's her unapologetic podcast. You'd think an athlete's podcast would focus on real sports, breaking down strategy, discussing the grind of being a pro, maybe even talking about how she's working to get better. But nope. Angel Reese's podcast sounds more like a late-night relationship talk show than anything remotely related to basketball. Why is an active professional athlete more focused on discussing dating, drama, and social media clout than her actual job? Where's the focus? Where's the hunger to be great? This isn't what winners do. This isn't what champions do. Basketball is a team sport. One player's attitude and priorities can drag the entire squad down. And right now, Angel Reese is a liability. How can you expect your teammates to stay locked in when their so-called star player is too busy dancing on TikTok instead of fixing her game? How do you build a winning culture when your supposed leader is more focused on online clout than actually competing? This isn't just about Angel Reese's personal brand. It's about her team. It's about the effort she's not putting in, the distraction she's creating, and the message she's sending. And that message is clear. She doesn't take this seriously. And if she doesn't, why should her teammates? Where does this all lead? Because it sure isn't leading to basketball greatness. Instead of posting game highlights, she's posting provocative content. Instead of refining her skills, she's chasing social media attention. Instead of focusing on winning championships, she's more worried about going viral.